Hey, what's up, guys? Baller here. We are now on the third game for this February 20 NBA Game Day edition. This is the game between Sacramento Kings versus Chicago Bulls. Before we start talking about this, I'm just inviting everyone who have not subscribed to our YouTube account or YouTube channel yet, Baller, to please hit on that subscribe button below and also include that bell logo. That way, automatically, you guys will be receiving notifications whenever we have a new video uploaded. All right, so again, Sacramento Kings versus Chicago Bulls. Let's take a look at the records or the standings of both teams first. For Chicago Bulls, they are the number 9 team of the Eastern Conference, 12 wins and 16 losses. Their last game was last night against Philadelphia 76ers, and they lost that game by 7 points. For Sacramento Kings, they are number 11 of the Western Conference, although they actually got the same record, 12 wins and 16 losses. Now, this is huge because for Sacramento Kings, they are actually suffering a 5-game losing streak. So that's, wow, I'm not sure what's going on, but that's a long streak. Yeah, that's one of the longest losing streaks right now that we have in the NBA. Okay, let's take a look at the details of this game. This one would be played at Chicago. 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time, so that's 10 a.m. Manila. Spread given is plus 2.5 on Chicago and minus 2.5 for Sacramento. Okay, let's take a look at the injuries as well. For Chicago Bulls, there would be 3 players who would be out. All of these players are actually very important on their lineup. Hutchison, McCannon, and Otto Porter. Talk about offense. Those 3 could really give you easily 40 points a night, maybe even 50. And they also provide some size and some length in terms of doing defense and rebounding. So yeah, those 3 are a huge loss for Chicago Bulls. For Sacramento Kings, Me Too would still not be playing. Now, there are 2 who are not yet ruled out, but both are questionable. And I'm talking about Holmes and Barnes. Holmes and Barnes, these are for Holmes, it's regarding some knee injury, and for Barnes, it's regarding some foot injury. And yeah, highly likely they wouldn't be joining, but at least there's still a chance because they are still not ruled out. Right. So both teams basically say all 3 wouldn't be playing. So both teams would be missing 3 of their most important players. Now, who do we pick? I'm just looking at the previous games that they've had. Let me start with Philadelphia 76ers. They just played last night. So in terms of fatigue, Sacramento has an edge on that because I'm sure the legs of Chicago Bulls are a bit tired because they went up against the East's number 1 team, which is Philadelphia. But then again, Chicago has an advantage in terms of having the home court advantage. I mean, yeah, the home court. This one's a bit hard though because I'm looking at Sacramento Kings and I'm checking on the last game that they had. That was a game against Miami Heat. They lost that game by 8 points. But tell you what, they lost that game by 8 points, but Buddy Hield only scored around 5 points, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not even sure if I'm reading it right. But it seems like Buddy Hield was only held down to 5 points, and Fox was only able to provide 11 points. I know 11 points is not low, but for the Aaron Fox, that's a low kind of performance. And I'm just expecting Hield and Fox to really perform and to really step up on this game. Because number 1, I expect them to be a bit faster than the Bulls because I'm expecting Bulls to be a bit tired. And at the same time, I'm expecting these 2, Fox and Hield, to really just to really make up for that poor performance that they had against Miami Heat. And one thing that I would also like to raise is that despite of that kind of subpar performance of both players, Fox and Hield. They only lost that game against Miami by 8. That means that they've been getting some help from other players, and that's actually a good sign for Sacramento Kings. You know, I'm looking at that, and Belica was able to contribute 25 points. Bagley was able to give 19 points, and off the bench, I'm talking about Jeffries and Joseph. They were able to provide 17 and 10. If only they'd be able to again step up. I'm talking about Hield and De'Aaron Fox, which would be easier for them because Chicago Bulls, they're not as defensive as Miami Heat, and at the same time, Fox and Hield, it's hard to imagine that they would be having back-to-back poor games, right? Those two are just too good to be like that. And I'm looking at Chicago Bulls. Of course, they would ride on the back of Zach LaVine, plus Williams and White. Those are the main performers in terms of hustling and rebounding. There will be Thaddeus Young. Again, since they are a bit tired from yesterday's performance, from the pressure against the #1 team, I'm just picking Sacramento Kings on this. And I'm looking at Sacramento Kings to have this very long losing streak already, 5 games to be exact. So I'm pretty sure that Sacramento Kings have their all eyes set on this game to make sure that the losing streak would stop tonight, and that they would try to start a winning streak of their own so that they can give their chances. They can give themselves chances to go to the playoffs. Okay? Now, for those who got Facebook account, just click on the button on the upper right hand of our YouTube channel. It says message me with the Facebook logo on it. Just click on that and then follow and like our Facebook page, Passive Baller, and then you can start sending us messages and questions as well via our Messenger account. Alright? To stay around, we will be working on the rest of the games. Again, Sacramento Kings -2. Alright? Peace out. Pass love. God bless.